Biggest biopic of 2026, biggest biopic in a long while, I believe, since Bohemian Rhapsody, which is about Queen. Now we have Michael. Of course, it's a biopic of Michael Jackson, tells the story of the greatest pop singer to ever live. Let's be honest. This movie, without spoilers, let's talk about it. If I do start veering into spoilers, I'll let you guys know. In the beginning of the film, you have Michael as a kid, you have the start of the Jackson 5, and you could just see how demanding, how intense, and some would say abusive Joseph is to his sons, to his children. Yeah, I mean, this guy is a perfectionist and anything but that. You'll get spanked, hit with a belt, or with other things, I've heard, according to Michael Jackson in interviews, right? I thought that they toned down the witness accounts of what Joseph has done in the past. And by that, I just mean what Michael has said about him. But of course, the message was delivered. And you see the beginning of Jackson 5, you see Michael growing as a star. You see this little kid who's acting as Michael. He did a great job. Now he's got the moves, he's got the smile, and he's got the drama presence as well. There's a scene that demands, a lot of emotion out of him. He's just crawled up, fetal position, in the bathroom after he gets whooped. Yeah, great actor. I see a lot of potential for him. And then we do a time jump, and now we have the adult Michael, and the actor playing him is his nephew, Jafar Jackson. Might get nominated for an Oscar as well. It was the voice, it was the walk, it was his manner of the way that he danced, just completely embodying Michael. And it didn't feel like an impression of his uncle, if that makes sense. It felt like a great acting performance, man. It really did. And here we have when Michael starts venturing on his own, wanting to do his own thing, having his dreams, wanting to fulfill those dreams, having songs here, ideas in his head. He has to write them down. Something Eminem would say is that if an idea ever came up, he would always write it down in a napkin, right? And you just tell that same imagination is in the greats. And so a big part of the movie is the exploration, of breaking free of an abusive stronghold, of breaking free and doing your own adventures, not breaking free from your family. That's made clear. Michael loved his family. But throughout the film, you see the relationship between Joseph and him and the manner in which Joseph says some things. You just tell, like, as an audience member, or if you were in that room, you would want to smack Joseph, right? Because you just tell a lot of it is manipulated. And that relationship, that exploration of theme, breaking off from an abusive relationship, that was interesting. And I think that was the strongest aspects of the film. When him and Joseph are in the scenes together, that's when you have the greatest scenes, in my opinion. Of course, kudos to Como Domingo for creating the antagonist for this film that felt realistic. It felt, something that you could sometimes even get behind if heard a certain way. And yeah, it makes for that great conflict. You have Nia Long, who plays the mother of Michael, does great as well. But the standouts really, acting-wise, are Como Domingo and Jafar Jackson. Great performances from both. And I guess that's why I focus a lot about those aspects right now, because those are the best parts, right? My issue with the film has a lot to do with it as a story. Like, if certain scenes were needed for the story to progress, a lot of scenes aren't. At some point, it just kind of feels like you're just watching a concert or something. And to me, the ending felt a little bit abrupt. But did I enjoy the film? Yes. Are a lot of people going to enjoy this film? They already have. This film made over $1 billion, right? They avoid the controversies. From what I understand, they stopped the film right before the first one, and they focus more on Michael starting his solo journey. And a big plot point is his relationship to his father. And this film was produced by Michael's brothers. Don't forget that. It's obvious they wanted to show him in a great light, in a great perspective. This film, Michael, is a strong B for me. Now, this film is rated PG-13. We are going to get into why that is. Spoilers are up ahead. There is no violence other than some spankings with the belt earlier on in the film. Michael's hair does catch on fire later on in the film, and he does have surgery done on his nose. You don't see it get done, you just see the aftermath, right? I can't remember there being a lot of foul language. I know there was a little bit. Again, this is a sanitized, toned down film that, for the most part, can be watched by the whole family. There's no romantic elements in the film, no sex or nudity. And yeah, let me know what you guys thought about Michael as a biopic. Let me know if this is one of your favorites. Is it one of the all-time great biopics? They really could have dropped the ball on this one, but it's a good film. Let me know what you guys thought about Michael. God bless. Bye-bye.